I am not a content creator, or at least that's what I keep telling myself. I don't think of what I do as creating content. I'm telling stories. Stories that bring a smile to someone's face, stories that touch a stranger's heart, stories that capture the world I live in. I want to immortalize the people I love through my creative work. I want to make art that is as human as I am. I want to make new worlds, spark joy, and inspire with my storytelling. I want to sculpt these ideas and images and words into something real with my own two hands. Well, isn't this the very definition of creation? Then why do I avoid calling myself a content creator? Is what I'm making not content? It's a video on a website. That's the textbook definition of content. I don't call myself a content creator because, to me, that term reduces my creative work to filling space in between ads on a social media platform. I am not an interchangeable product, and neither is my creative output. That goes for you as well. You're a creative, a storyteller, an artist. It comes with being human. We all tell stories and make art in our own ways. You're not a machine that produces generic slop that can be interchanged with anything else that looks approximately similar. Your creative work is a reflection of your humanity. It says something about who you are, what you value, and your experience of the world. The flattening of creative work into content commodifies it, and thus devalues the human act of creativity. It's no coincidence that the same platforms that have embraced this flattening of creativity into content are developing generative AI models that aim to replace human creative work with machine-generated content. These companies would benefit greatly from eliminating the human element and retaining the ad revenue from viewers. Why else do you think Google, the owners of YouTube and one of the biggest advertising companies in the world, created VO and are marketing it so aggressively? If you build a machine that makes videos for you, then you can make ad revenue off those videos without having to deal with those annoying human content creators who demand a cut of your revenue so they can pay rent and buy groceries. We have to ask ourselves, is that the future we really want? Where everything we watch, listen to, and read is generated based on what a machine learning algorithm calculates to be the most profitable content? Where the intrinsically human act of being creative is something we just outsource to a machine in order to maximize corporate profit margins? Where everything is this gray goo of content perfectly designed to fill time in between ads? Personally, that's not a world I want to live in. It's always been important for us as humans to make creative works that reflect our lives and experiences, tell a story, and inspire others. In a media ecosystem that's saturated with AI-generated imagery and polished sponsored content, our human creativity is more important than it's ever been. We need to tell the story of our world as it really is, not a sanitized, marketable, shrink-wrapped version of reality. We don't need more content creators and influencers. We need more creatives and storytellers. Otherwise, our stories will be written by machine learning models at the beck and call of ad executives. So, my point is, you should get out there and make art, as human, messy, and flawed as it may be. Tell stories, write, sing, play music, paint, draw, shoot photos, make a movie, garden, bake, whatever it may be. But participate in the great human tradition of creativity. You won't be good at first. You'll actually be very bad at first. But you won't get better if you don't start somewhere. Share your work with your friends. Teach the folks around you and inspire others to make more messy, imperfect, real human things. In an era of rising artificiality, our humanity is all we have. You are not a content creator. You're a creative. Act like one.